So if you are a lady who carries weight in your lower or upper thigh or your lower hip, don't be afraid of wearing white. It is not going to add poundage to you. But what it is going to do is give you fashion credibility. You're going to wait and see how the compliments start rolling in on the outfits we spoke about. Hi, everybody. It's Diane Gilman, formerly known as the Queen of Jeans. And actually, I'm wearing jeans today. And actually, we're going to talk about jeans, white jeans for summer. This is Fashion Thursdays with Diane. So, as everybody knows, and of course, I wouldn't be called the Queen of Jeans if I wasn't obsessed with jeans, but a white pair of jeans is such a fashion statement, but beyond fashion. It's a sociological statement about who you are, who you think you are, who you want to be. Why? First of all, there's something about white, and of course, it's impossible to keep clean. So, believe it or not, in the Victorian era, wealthy women started wearing white because it expressed the fact that they were not servants and they didn't have to do anything for themselves. Everything would be done for them. And that is how you stayed pristine white. It also said you didn't work because you were wealthy, so you didn't have to work. Money was there. I think very much that same expression rings true for today with a pair of white jeans. They're precious. They're exclusive. They stand alone. And I will tell you, it is almost impossible to find a pair of white jeans that work and fit. Why? Number one, for some of us, most of us, over 55, we need a jean with spandex in it. Here's the interesting thing. Spandex does not take color. It does not take bleach. So the yarn for spandex is almost like a pale yellow plasticky thing, soft plastic. And when you marry that to white fibers, what does it do? It immediately takes down the level of the purity of the white. But I need spandex. So I'm on this tear to find a perfect white jean, and almost impossible. I found a jean by a brand called Frame that really has good fabric. They didn't put any spandex into the white. Yeah. And I understand why, because they want it to remain pure looking. You actually have to put, as a manufacturer, certain chemicals into a white jean just to keep it from yellowing. And the other thing that's interesting is white fiber, like a cotton fiber, will never be as stretchy as, let's say, a jean fiber, anything that has real indigo in it, no matter whether it's staying pure indigo or being washed down to a chambray. There is something in indigo dye, and indigo dye is very viscose. It's not like it's real watery. It's very thick, and it's got a lot of corrosive, natural elements to it. So it literally beats down the cotton fibers, and a indigo mid-tone chambray jean will always be softer, more pliable, and have a natural, even without spandex, stretch to it. When you go to an untreated fiber like white, and I have here in my hand for 1 minute a pure white jean, that actually on the bottom I'm wearing with this blazer and t-shirt, it feels rough to me because there's nothing they can do in terms of softening it. Although we at DG2, my company, worked on softeners for white. So if you love a pure, rich white, I think frame jeans are great. Um, they're thick, they're luxurious, but they don't really stretch. And if you get to a white jean that you're hoping is going to fit because it has some spandex in it, those jeans usually have to give up that thick, rich, opaque white, startling white quality, and they become like skim milk. I don't know about you. I don't like skim milk, and I don't like skim milk white jeans either. So there is the conundrum and the problem with white jeans. So when you are looking for a white jean in the market, the first thing I would say is you may have to size up, and that's not your fault. It's just they have to put less spandex into it. It has to have less stretch to have that twill fabric have the integrity of pure optic white. Now, one of my favorite experiences, some of you may have heard this before who are HSN fans. One day, I was invited out to the Hamptons. And this woman had her own helicopter. Yeah. And it was decorated in pure white and beige. It was the rich girl's color combo. Oh my God. Pure white, beige, and touches of camel. And that became one of my very favorite color combinations to put with a white jean. Now, I'm going to be perfectly clear. Until the weather gets to be about 75, which is going to be Sunday in New York, I'm probably not going to wear white jeans because I'm probably going to want to wear pure white tennis shoes with it, a fashion sneaker. But when I dress for summer in a white jean, I always stick to three rules. I'm either going to wear it with that rich girl helicopter combo of light camel, beige, and white. That is rich girl Hampton's life all the way. I love how I'm dressed today. I've got on what really looks like a maritime blazer, deep navy, love striped t-shirt, Amazon, 1995, fantastic. Um, and a white jean. That is, oh, I don't take cruises. I have my own yacht kind of attitude. And I also love it because the gold buttons, and whether this happens to be a gabardine blazer by Balenciaga, I think, or Balmain. Okay. Whether you're doing it in gabardine as a blazer and it's a short blazer, or you're going to linen, which is actually my favorite other natural fabric to mix with white cotton jeans, go for a very deep navy. And also, I highly recommend going for gold button trim because that just sets you up to be able to wear a gold earring. If you've got a gold watch, which I don't, and I wonder why, I just don't know. I haven't gotten around to getting one, but I love that combo together. And then I always put it with either a status loafer that has some kind of gold metallic horse bit or buckle on the bottom, or a plain white sneaker. Whichever way you want to go, it is a non it is so much a non-ordinary look. It is so statusy. It's so like, oh yeah, I just threw this on. I don't care. See, at my age, and I'm in my late 70s, I have to go for no fault outfits. I have to actually, if I'm doing an event and this is my test run, uh, in a couple of weeks, I think 10 days, I'm flying out to LA and I'm being interviewed by CBS News. So I have to come up with a jacket that's not only going to look good and be able to take a lot of social media photos in LA and in the studio, it has to look good sitting down too. And I have to plan out every piece of it. So what I love about this is it's classical, it's classy. I don't need to drag a lot of jewelry with me. For me, it's just a pair of gold hoop earrings. And then the gold buttons on this jacket kind of say it all. So I guess what I'm saying is I like a piece that has its own jewelry aspect to it so that I don't have to get too fussy with it. I've got to be wearing comfortable shoes. So a sneaker, fashion sneaker, or a very simple, like Gucci-esque loafer, perfect. And my one bit of pattern, because I'm not a big print girl, is a classical t-shirt that's tonal. So all of that is great as long as we find that perfect white jean. And I think for LA, I have two other outfits I'm taking because we have to do 2 social media days of photo shoots. So one of them, of course, is going to be a beige blazer. I'm going to admit to you that I bought a fantastic poor boy turtleneck, cotton and spandex off of, again, Amazon. And I cut the sleeves off. I do that all the time. I'll find something. My upper arms are chubby. It's not going to work. The minute I cut the sleeves off, I'm fine. So, with that, for sure, I can't take the jacket off. But that gives me pure white framing my face. That is always like having on makeup that's got inner glow and a highlighter. Honestly, for any woman past 55, if you can be wearing something that doesn't necessarily show your neck or your chest, you just shaved 10 years off your appearance. These are the age spots down to the décolleté. This part of your body, from lower chin to décolleté, have no oil glands. So they never refurbish themselves. And that's why the skin gets so dry and crepey looking. Okay, that's just my thing. And then, of course, it complements my hair. So I'll be wearing a white poor boy turtleneck, a beige linen blazer, and then I have to admit, I got a scarf from Gucci that is shades of beiges, whites, horse bits, Gucci G's. It's very classic. It's very tailored. And I may wear that actually for the CBS network interview. Um, Whatever you're wearing, and especially in the summertime, I think it is so tough for us older girls to look good because summer is always about exposing your body. And there is no way I'm showing my upper arms and no way I'm showing my chest. Um, I think you have to really plan out your outfits and get energetic and try some different approaches. But you can see I keep talking about the same thing again and again, which is I have now become converted to an Amazon customer for fashion layering pieces. 19.99. The poor boy. 24.99. And that's great because that allows you to have pivot pieces. So usually when I buy a blazer, the sleeves are pretty tight. I like to wear something sleeveless underneath. And when we go and start talking about that color combination, light camel, beige, and white or ivory. Then I love wearing a gold tone watch with a maybe ivory crocodile band. Again, I would just wear really, really simple um, kind of touches of jewelry. But here is where I again will add pattern, but I'll do it in a scarf. And I can wear that scarf a lot of different ways. And even wear that scarf separate from the outfit, but wrapped around the top handle of a structured handbag, and find that that gives me that little punch of fashionista pattern. Now, talking about shoes, there are some fantastic choices out there today for anybody that loves that idea of wearing creamy camel, beige, ivory, and white together. And that is linen, leather trimmed loafers, linen, leather trimmed fashion sneakers. I love bringing it all together. I think that this is the era of quiet luxury, but you don't have to spend a fortune to look rich girl and look like you're living in the lap of luxury. So I just got from Todd's some natural linen and brown leather loafers with a little bit of gold trim. Those are definitely going on the trip to LA. And then as a naughty girl, but my birthday's coming up in 5 months, I got a structured top handle bag that's natural linen and very dark leather. The dark leather in the handbag and the more rich golden leather in the loafer just work perfectly with the Gucci scarf. So now I'm building this whole little universe around natural and white. And the white jeans just set the whole thing off. The white jeans are just perfect. And I think it's even cute to cuff the white jeans to show a bit of ankle. But I'm also bringing some white socks, thin white socks, just in case, rainy day, whatever. And then you can add more color. Now, just in case, because how miserable is it to go on a trip and then take what you brought and then have to be photographed in it and be on TV in it? So my backup is, and I always say I don't wear color, but I'm going to say for this spring, summer, 4 to 5 pastels with white jeans are fabulous looking. So take your Barbie pinks from 2023, put them with a pair of white jeans, and then put them with maybe a pink loafer. Oh, yeah, it is so cute. And that kind of warms up the white jean and it kind of feminizes the white jean. But, okay, so I say I never wear color, but I saw this light, pale, lemony butter yellow cotton blazer with brown horn buttons, 3 button front, buttons on the sleeves. Guess what? The Gucci scarf has the exact same yellow in it and the exact same dark brown as the leather trim on the handbag and the very same lighter brown, which is in the linen leather loafer. And it looks spectacular together. And then again, the white jean just picks up the white ground of the print in the Gucci scarf. And I wouldn't be dropping these names if I didn't know for real that you can go into Marshalls, you can go into TJ Maxx, you can even go into H&M or Zara and find like-minded, statusy printed scarves. Yeah, they're not silk, but frankly, if my scarf was polyester, I'd probably like it better because it didn't wrinkle and it wasn't so precious. But a scarf can become a real focal point when you're wearing a white jean. Because let's face it, from the waist down, wearing all white is kind of stark. So now I'm going to be wearing lemon yellow, that white poor boy, knit rib underneath, the Gucci scarf, the linen leather loafers. And I'm going to look like a fashion genius when in fact I'm not, but I do work on these outfits a lot because they're going to wind up in print, they're going to wind up being published. So I have to understand my proportions and it has to look right. But what we are talking about today, to women 50 and over, 55 and over, is the idea of wearing a white bottom. So I want to say this again. I literally loathe wearing any kind of white bottom where your skin shows through. If it looks skim milky and it looks weak and you can sort of see that the side seams are being emphasized by being more fitted, it drives me nuts. I just don't want to deal with that. So when you're looking for a denim, you've got to put your hand before you ever even try it on. Or if you're someone like me that hates the idea of trying anything on in a store, but wants to buy it and take it home, really dive your bare arm into the leg, press it against the fabric, and ask yourself, is this going to be pure white when I get it on? I'm saying again, you may have to go a little thicker on your denim in white, which is kind of contradictory for wearing for summer where you'd like to be lighter weight, but it is the only way to get that kick of pure optic white. And then I have to say, for me, I'm best in a skinny bottom. I am not great in that wide leg. I don't even see the point, frankly, of a straight leg, but it's the next best thing to a skinny. But I could also see a kick hem, which is a slightly cropped, very subtle bell bottom. And I love that. And I love the fact that it shows a bit of ankle. That's good. I don't mind a frayed edge in a white cotton jean. I think that's kind of rich, but I would overall, if you're just going to buy one white jean for summer, I would go for something with a finished bottom that's tailored. If you're wearing it with a classical blazer, my next best suggestion is for weekends. So let's say you're wearing it with a classical blazer in navy or in beige or in a 4 to 5 pastel. For weekends, I would switch and be wearing it with a pure linen oversized shirt. I like putting natural fibers together. So you've got cotton in your white jean, you've got linen for your top. Maybe you wear it with a white cotton ribbed tank top, and you look so finished, and you honestly look so fashion educated. And it's not easy finding that perfect white jean, and I still am on the hunt. But so far, the frame denim is the very best. Um, do not be afraid if you are someone who carries weight in your lower hips or your thighs. And here is a lesson I learned from being on TV, being on HSN for 30 years. I used to say, but the host really said, I'm not wearing white. I'm going to look too big. It was a real push to get any of the hosts I worked with to wear a white jean. They were sure it was going to expand their look on air. When I finally convinced them, and I did a lot of convincing by wearing white DG2 jeans on air myself, it actually blurs the edges. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's almost like you can't tell where you begin and the jean ends. And it is not an expansive look. It can be actually a deceptive look, almost like using Photoshop and oh, you know what it's like? It's like when you go to take your photograph or you're doing a video and you're using filters so you can see the wrinkles and the lines. Of course, I would never do that. No. So if you are a lady who carries weight in your lower or upper thigh or your lower hip, don't be afraid of wearing white. It is not going to add poundage to you. But what it is going to do is give you fashion credibility. You're going to wait and see how the compliments start rolling in. So, just in conclusion, I think white jeans are the bottom of the year for summer, spring, and summer. And I love wearing them with navy and shades of blue as accent. I love wearing them with natural linens and any kind of jacket that is a natural fiber and has some texture to it. And I love wearing it with fortified pastels. And I just wore, and I'm not thrilled about the white jeans I have, not totally fabulous in terms of fit. I'm still looking. But I wore them with Barbie pink the other day, and oh my God, I got so many compliments. Everyone was like, I love it, I love it, I love it. I was wearing it, by the way, with a Barbie pink scarf that had big flowers all over it, dahlias that had a lot of white petals in them. So, once again, if you're going to put something on top that's patterned, try and use something that has white in it that reconnects you to the white in the jean. And with that, I say happy shopping. This is going to be not the easiest task to find the perfect white jean, but I love frame and I did buy a ultra soft white denim legging from Hue. I'm going to give it a 5 out of a 10, but at least white was a good white. Look for pure white. Look for a predominance of cotton. No, you're going to probably have to go down on your spandex percentage and therefore down on your stretch. But it's going to be a really rewarding search because these are going to be what I call no fault outfits. Once you put them together, you can't go wrong. You can't. And don't hesitate if you're buying a skinny like me. I look best with a skinny leg silhouette, or you're buying a straight leg, or you're buying that kick flare, and you don't want to put the money into buying a crop because you'd rather have a full length. Cuffing looks so cute, especially if you've got on some of the footwear. We talked about it. Oh, by the way, I also recently bought, wow, I sound like a shopaholic. I probably am. A pair of chambray, denim chambray fashion sneakers. Perfect. Perfect with this outfit. So maritime, rich girl beige and white, fortified pastels, all without white bottom. You don't need a lot of bottoms for summer. You just need the perfect white jean. Fashion Thursdays. See you guys. Happy summer. Thank you so much for listening to Too Young to Be Old podcast. The episode may be over, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at The Diane Gilman, or visit our website, thedianegilman.com. If you like the show, leave us a rating or a review and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And until then, don't forget, age is just a number. Together, we'll prove that we are all too young to be old.